Hey guys, my name is Gareth and today I'm going to show you how I upgraded my garage floors from this to this. It's really easy, you can do it yourself and you don't need a lot of tools. So let's get into it. Alright guys, so before I even thought about putting in rubberized flooring, I just wanted my garage floor to look a whole lot better and not be so dusty, and I really just wanted the cheapest option out there as epoxy can be quite expensive, as well as I do work on motorcycles in the garage, so if I had to drop some tools or something really heavy it could potentially crack or chip the epoxy, and I just did not want to risk that. I decided to go with a black patio paint, and after applying the first layer it didn't look so great and I thought, well, maybe it needed a second coating. So I let the paint dry for about 4 hours and then applied the second coating, let that dry until the next day, and this was my results. It definitely looked a whole lot better, but it was not the results I was looking for, and black patio paint is definitely not the color I would go for next time. After weighing my options, I found a person selling rubberized mats 5 minutes away from me. I got a quote for 36 square, as a normal double garage is usually about 36 square. The price came out to about $200, which is really not that bad if you had to think about it. It's a lot cheaper than epoxy, it's easy to install, and you can do it yourself. I picked up the mats and got straight to work. Seeing as this was my first time doing this, I wasn't sure what I was doing or where I should start. So I started on making a type of X or plus sign so that I could work my way from the middle, as I thought this would prevent the mats from creating any air bubbles. I then started making my way from side to side and almost got attacked by a vicious werewolf, but turns out she was not that hungry today and just wanted to cuddle. After I almost died, I had a chance to live another day, so I continued finishing the one side and did the same on all the other sides. After I finished laying down all the mats, it was time to do the edging. I measured each piece individually and forgot to actually record myself doing the measurements, so I am sorry about that. But after I did the measurements and cut all the pieces to size, it was time to install them. While I was busy installing the mats, I realized the edging didn't look that nice against the walls. Some had bigger gaps than others. I felt like I needed to do something about this, so I went to my local wood store and picked up 7 pieces of 3-meter wall skirtings, some nails long enough to do the job, as well as a wood saw and a saw guide to cut the angles that I needed. After cutting all of the wood skirtings to the sizes that I needed, I pre-drilled holes for all of the nails and then started installing them onto the walls. This really did make everything look a whole lot better, but there was just one last thing that I needed to do, and that was paint them. I started by masking off the area I did not want paint on, and then proceeded to paint with a wood primer. The instructions said to let it cure for about 16 hours, so I came back the next day and started painting the wood skirtings with a grey hard-wearing roof paint. The only reason I took this paint is because it was on a discounted price at the time, and it was still a lot cheaper than any of the other paints I could have taken. After I finished painting all of the skirtings, I left the paint to dry until the next day, and now it was finally time to reveal the garage. This was the results. It all looks really nice and I'm very happy with how everything turned out, but there was still one thing that bothered me. I needed to know if I drove over it or pulled something heavy across, what would happen, and the answer was nothing. Everything stayed completely normal and flat, and it worked better than expected. I still have a lot of work that needs to be done in here. I do plan to build this garage into a really nice workspace, but unfortunately I cannot do all of this at once. It is going to take me some time until this garage is complete. But for now, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, please go ahead and leave a like and comment. You can also consider subscribing. I will be doing a lot of DIY videos in the future, but for now, I will see you guys in the next one. Thanks for watching.